Hey guys, welcome back to another HLO original recipe. This time I am doing a super simple, healthy crockpot turkey chili. This is something that is easy to do anytime. This is going to be literally 10 minutes of prep. You can set this up in the morning and it's going to be good to go when you get home for dinner. Now I'm doing mine at a quarter to 2 in the morning, so this is going to be ready for my lunch. So I'm just letting it go overnight. Just as simple. Okay, now this literally 10 minutes prep, and all it is dicing a few vegetables. Everything else is literally gonna go in the pot. That's it, super simple. It's just gonna cook. We don't have to do any searing, any sauteing, nothing like that. Hello. All right, what I've got are 4 green peppers. We're gonna dice those. I've got 1 each of a red, yellow, and white onion. We're gonna dice those. I have 3 pounds of lean ground turkey. And once again, I'm working with a big crock pot. If you've got a smaller one, just cut everything here in half and that'll work just fine. I've got a small container of reduced sodium chicken broth. I have 8 cans of chili beans, and these are just red beans and a chili sauce. And I have 2 cans of regular seasoned diced tomato sauce for chili. And these have a fair bit of salt in them already. So I am not adding any salt whatsoever to the pot. If we need to season it at the end, that's easy to do. But I'm going to depend on just what's basically in those 2 cans to season the whole thing, and I think that'll work out just fine. I am on a low salt diet for my high blood pressure, so that is something I need to watch. So when I cook, I like to do it very low, and if I need something, just do it at the end. But usually I don't have to. For the spices, really simple. I'm doing a ½ cup of just plain chili powder. This is not going to be a super hot recipe. This is a straight plain chili recipe, okay? These 5 things here, these make up your standard chili base. From there on, you can put whatever you want into it, but this will make your standard basic chili to build on. For this size batch, I'm doing a ½ cup of chili powder, 1/4 cup of cayenne or red pepper, 1/4 cup of garlic powder, 1/8 of a cup of onion powder. We don't need an awful lot of that, because I am putting in 3 whole onions, but it's a slightly different flavor and it adds to the base of the sauce. There's no texture, obviously. And 1/8 of a cup of cumin. And if you need a little more direction than that, it's about probably 1/3 of this container worth. And these are the typical sizes you'll find at any grocery store. These here, these huge ones, I get at Sam's Club. And these huge ones are the larger size you can get at a grocery store of the more common stuff. But you won't find specialty stuff like cumin in the larger containers. And that is it. So I'm going to go ahead and get dicing and throw it all in the pot. I'm going to put it on low, and 7 or 8 hours later, it's kind of hard to overcook this when there's so much liquid. It'll be good to go. Okay, I've got all the veggies diced and they're in the bottom here, and then I just broke up the ground beef, or not ground beef, ground turkey with my fingers. It's got the texture of like a liverwurst, so you don't have to worry about getting it a specific size. It's all going to cook evenly. Just kind of crumble it real quick, and whether you're buying it in the brick or buying it in the tube like that, it's all the same. It's very, very soft and mushy. It doesn't like to hold a shape like beef, so don't worry about it. Just get it in there. I mixed in all the spices with the can, or the box, I guess, of the chicken broth. So in that goes, and that'll just fill in all the gaps. Yummy, yummy. Get all that goodness in there. I'll scrape that out, and my other hand is free here. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put in our cans. I'm a little concerned about how many of these chili beans I'm going to be able to fit. So I'm going to start with the 2 tomato cans, and then I'll just put as many of the beans in as will fit. I have a feeling I'll get in at least 6, but I don't know if I'll get all 8. So let's see how that comes out. Okay, 6 made it okay. I'll keep an eye on it, and if that reduces a little bit, put another can in, but that looks pretty darn good right there. Just going to let it go. I got it on low. Come back in about 8 hours, which will be about 10 o'clock in the morning. See how it tastes. And there we go. I just had a bowl for breakfast here. It's just about 10 o'clock. One thing, do not fill it as much as I did. It did overflow a little bit while it cooked. but it actually came out pretty darn well. I'm not going to say I like it quite as much as doing it the traditional way, where you brown the meat separately, but it has a really nice flavor. Surprisingly, it's not knock your socks off hot, even with all that red pepper in there. It's just got a nice little heat that builds as you finish your bowl. But it was a very good mix of veggies, beans, and meat. I would skimp on some of the liquid next time and put in more beans. There's plenty of liquid in here, just from the reduction of the vegetables and the juices from the tomatoes and the beans. Not too much, but there could definitely be less. It could be thicker, and you could substitute more beans. But really easy, obviously. You just throw it all in there and let it go. And it works. Cheap. Definitely will feed a huge family. The turkey is very tender. Not overcooked whatsoever. Just basically sat in there and boiled. Great flavors. It absorbed a lot of the chili powder. So there you go. Give it a shot. Definitely easy to put together in the morning and be ready by the time you get home from work. See you guys next time.